Okay, today we're gonna do a few examples of finding the vertical asymptotes of some rational functions. So really vertical asymptotes are, they all occur when you have a restriction in the function's domain. So pretty much we're just finding the domain of these two rational functions here. And when you're looking at domain of a rational function, you just want to find out when there's a zero in the denominator. So we're going to find the zeros in the denominators of both of these functions, and those are going to be our vertical asymptotes. So it's not too bad. We just got to find the zeros in our denominators. So this first example here, f of x equals 7 over x squared plus 2x minus 8. We just want to take our denominator and see where it is equal to 0. So x squared plus 2x minus 8, that's going to factor down. So I'm just going to rewrite our function here. We're still going to have 7 on top, but our denominator is going to factor down into x plus or minus something times x plus or minus something else. And looks like it's going to be x plus 4 here, and then x minus 2, because we want numbers that are gonna add to positive 2 and multiply to negative 8. So this is our new factored denominator, and now it should be pretty easy to see that our denominator is 0 at x equals negative 4 and at x equals positive 2. So these are the two places where our denominator is equal to 0, and those are going to be our two vertical asymptotes. So these are actually the two x values where our asymptotes occur. So if I draw a little coordinate plane here, we're going to have one vertical asymptote at negative 4 right there, and then another at 2 right there. So that's kind of a sketch of our two vertical asymptotes. So for both of these values right here, our function is not going to exist. So now let's do this one more example really quick. We have x to the 4th plus 3x squared minus 8 over x plus 3 times x plus 6 times 2x minus 3. So pretty much if you got the point from last example, it doesn't really matter what's up top here. It just matters where we have a 0 in the denominator. So this denominator is already factored for us, so we're just going to find what makes this denominator here 0. So it looks like the denominator is 0 at x equals negative 3. So that's this guy right here, and also it's going to be 0 at x equals negative 6. And then this other factor here, we might have to do a little bit more work. 2x minus 3. We'll set that equal to 0. And we'll move the 3 over, so we have 2x equals positive 3, and then divide both sides by 2, so x equals 3 halves. So that's going to be the last vertical asymptote that we have, at x equals 3 halves. So that's pretty much the process. We just find everywhere where the denominator of our rational function is equal to 0, and then those are going to be our vertical asymptotes.